Hi, I'm Thrifty Tim, and I'm here for another March Mystery Madness uh, midday live stream. Uh, t- 12 o'clock here where I live, which is in the Central Time Zone in the United States. And so I know that, that a lot of people are in other time zones or countries and stuff, but hey, that's okay. Anybody can join in. That as long as they're for reading. And well, I'll show these quick what I'm reading. I'm waiting for. Oops. Okay, first off, I'm on the Crime of Boulevard. It's reading Crime of the Boulevard by Jules Claretti, I think I'm not sure if that's right because it's a French name, and it is a translated book. Yeah, let me show you the next page on there, and you'll see it's translated by Mrs. Carlton A. Kingsbury. But you might like to see at the bottom there. See that the copyright of 1897. I'm I have maybe 50 pages left to go on this, and this one it's pretty good. It does. I'm on in or mystery that takes place in the Paris area, and it's just interesting. Just following the different the, the the different levels of police that there just seems weird and stuff. But I've been enjoying the book, and hopefully I'll be done later today with it, and then I'll uh, these either later today or tomorrow I should finish it. And then the other book I'm reading is Crime and Punishment by uh, Fyodor Fyodor Dostoevsky. And of course, this is translated from Russian and translated by Constance Garnett. And I'm only a chapter in on this one. So after I finish that other one, re, I'll be reading some of this, and then I'll probably read some of the book, uh, the book Warned Remembrance, which I've been reading. I figured to qualify for March of the Mammoths. So, but I'm putting more of an emphasis on the mysteries this month than that one. And, okay, I know I was showing uh, books that the last time I don't even have them all put back away from the last week's. So now I figured I could talk about some of the uh, we'll talk about some of the TV mystery TV shows I've been watching. So we have TVs in almost every room here in our apartment. Like the monitor I have, this computer is actually a TV, and so I can switch to watch TV shows on it too. And but my wife and I like to watch a lot of British mysteries, like the ones that she's really enjoying now that we've been watching are the Sister Boniface uh, mysteries. We're now into season 4 of that. We have BritBox subscription because we like the British uh, mysteries, and of course, affiliated with that also. That one, another one we've been watching is Father Brown. Can't remember how many seasons there are in it. There's quite a few. And we started watching the Inspector Lynley series, which you both like. We like Death in Paradise. We're waiting for the more of season 15 to be released. So far, they only have the one for this past Christmas there. And and then other than that, a crime show I watch, try to get through an episode every day is the FBI. This one's from the was a TV series in the mid '60s to around the mid '70s. There were 9 seasons of it, and it starred Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., who played Inspector Erskine on it, and I remember watching it as a kid, and I'm into like towards the end of season 6 or beginning of season 7 of it now, but there's 9 seasons of it. And then, of course, we like to watch crime movies and stuff, and like yesterday I was flipping the TV around to some on the streaming channels, and had CSI New York going on there. I was doing some reading while my wife was watching it, so we like to watch our crime and mystery shows and movies. We also watch Murder, She Wrote and Diagnosis Murder. And I like to watch some film noir with full of crime and stuff. I'll tell you, I'll be going another 6 minutes before I'll stop, unless somebody else comes on. Next week I'll try getting the announcement up before I did. This week just Monday was a hectic day for me. I had an appointment for getting my ears irrigated at the doctor's office, but I had to take a bus there, or 2 buses, and going there was fine. Coming back was a rough one because that the bus was that bus was running late, and then she then the driver stops at a convenience store and got some donuts and something to drink, and back then started back up, and barely missed the bus I would have needed would have taken to get home. Just barely missed that because she was running behind, and finally, yeah, and I would have had to wait for around an hour. My wife got off before that time was up, and she called me, and then she came and picked me up on her way home from work. So that pretty much took up most of my day that day. And just looking on my shelves with my hardcovers close by, see if there's I set some paperbacks on there. Just seeing if any of these are mysteries. Oh, yeah, here's one. It's Harlan Coben Run Away. I still haven't read it yet. I've had it for a good while too. I'm working on getting to them. You notice I'm pretty much reading books by authors now instead of just randomly going all over the place and trying to read like series or all the books by authors. Okay, here's another one. I read the first book in this series. I haven't read any of the others yet, but I have several of them. This is Kathy Reich's 206 Poems. Of course, that's part of that Temperance Spring series. And of course, that show Bones was based on that series. Oh, fuck. No, I forgot, Elizabeth. I didn't even get it put up until today. Or I didn't get put up until yesterday morning. I've just been having a hectic week. Hectic. Monday was just a hectic day for me. Uh, uh, I was going to ask, did you want to come up on screen today, or because I can send you the link? Oh, you're doing more work. Hopefully, you got your taxes done like you were working on last week. I know they can take time, but okay. Well, yeah, I was just talking like I've been talking about some of the mystery TV shows and stuff my wife and I watch. Like we watch some of the old classic ones, and also some newer ones. And we like to watch British mysteries. We have BritBox so we can watch British mysteries on there. And well, I'll tell you what, I'll put up the link. Just post a link on here, just in case you decide you want to join in and talk about something. So uh, okay, that's for if you want to come up on with me on here for the link for the show. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go back, go get out, go look at another screen to find it. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the. Okay, I'm going on to Discard. I'll put the. Sorry about that. My camera fell on, or not my camera, my mic fell on me. I'm okay. Now I put it up on there, so on Discord. So we'll see if anybody sees it. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Hey, I was messaging Storm to see if make sure she saw it.
Yeah, I just put it on the general. Not there.
Oh, you shouldn't put it on general. Then okay, anybody and everybody can come on the general.
No, not for coming online on up like this. It's that just for them to
To watch it. Yeah, to watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't post an invite to other hosts.
No, I didn't. I keep forgetting that lately I've been having so many appointments and stuff, and because of health problems, I ended up being in the hospital for like 24 hours a few
Oh
weeks
no.
ago for observation.
Oh goodness. Well, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, but some of it is baffling for the uh, baffling the doctor some because my blood pressure drops significantly when I stand up, and the doctors can't figure out what's causing that.
Oh goodness.
And if I'm on my feet too long, I end up blacking out.
Oh wow. Yeah, you got to be careful about that.
Yeah,
Goodness. Well, anyway, I saw your notification that you were on, and I was nowhere near camera ready, so I ran in there and brushed my hair and stuff, and came back. And so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to uh, make you have a delay there, but yeah, go ahead with what you were doing. I brought a few books in here to show what I'm reading and so forth, but go ahead with what you were doing, and then
and,
I can show mine in
well,
a little bit.
you could show your books now. Most of my books are on the other end of the room, and they have to climb over my boxes of books and drag them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta get them within reach before you turn the camera on, right?
Yeah,
So I am reading books set in Thailand right now. I finished this one, "Murder in the House of Rooster Happiness" by David Casseret, and it's the first ethical Chiang Mai detective agency novel, and it's about a nurse. She is a nurse of eth- ethicy, I think, like a nurse of ethics, basically. And it's really interesting. There's a lot of cultural things that are tied in, so you kind of learn some of the Thai uh, culture and customs and things as you're reading it. And I really like the main character. She drives this little vintage Volkswagen Beetle, and that is her car, so that's why it's featured in the on the cover. But the um, murder was really interesting. Well, it was more than one murder. It was about um, a woman comes into the hospital with her husband already dead, and she brings him in and wants a death certificate and everything, and they don't really see that that's anything unusual, except that one of the doctors there remembers that when he had been at a previous hospital, she had done the same thing and come in with her husband, and he was already dead, and she brought him in. So they basically discover that she's a serial serial murderess. And the crazy thing is that all of her husbands have the same name. She has this I'm kind of giving spoilers, but she has this death certificate that has this name on it, and I'm not even sure um, who the original name was, but she keeps finding men with the same name and killing them so that she can collect their life insurance and all this stuff. So it's bizarre, but I enjoyed it.
I
And
think
then,
I've seen it on the mystery show, something like that on a mystery show, like a British
oh,
mystery
oh, okay, okay. So they like the same plot, or you saw a show of that book?
of the same plot.
Okay, okay, very could be. Yeah, I mean, because that probably is just a new twist on the whole Black Widow kind of thing. There's a sequel to it. Think there's actually a third book that's coming out, but the second one, I'll have to look at the title. I don't own a copy of it, but I'm listening to it right now on audio. Um, let's see. It is called, gotta find it here. The Missing Guests of the Magic Grove Hotel, and that's the sequel. Then I'm also reading. I like to read a lot of cozy mysteries, so I'm reading Aunt Dimity Snowbound. And as of right now, this is not a murder mystery. They are. She's snowbound in this kind of an old manor house with two people that she doesn't know. They're hikers. It's on this trail. She was out hiking, and this crazy blizzard comes up, and two other people show up there. Well, so then the history of the house is that maybe there's some kind of hidden jewels somewhere. So she's, they're trying to find the jewels.
Agatha Christie had written a novel about like that. I can't remember the name of it. I have it in
Okay, yeah,
with 5 stories in, and
yeah. I may have read that, but Aunt Dimity is actually a ghost, and her she calls her niece, but her best friend's daughter, Lori, is the main character of the books. And Aunt Dimity communicates with Lori through a journal. And so when Lori wants to talk to her, she opens this journal, and then the writing appears in the journal. So she happened to she took Aunt Dimity along on her hike, which basically means she took the journal. So now Aunt Dimity apparently knew the owner of this old manor house, and so she's telling her about the mystery of it. And then my buddy read, which I don't think anybody's reading with me, is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. It's set on Shearwater Island, which I don't think is a real place. I'm not sure, but apparently it's owned by Antarctica, or it's owned by Australia, but it's closer to Antarctica, so it's basically set in Antarctica. And life is real hard there. It's kind of supposed to be a thriller. I haven't even gotten as far. I'm on page 65, and I was supposed to get to 75 by Saturday, so I'm behind. But there's a family that are the caretakers of the lighthouse, and there was a research team, but the researchers have all gone, and this woman washes up on the shore, and they don't know why she's there or anything. And she was injured, so they're trying to help her convalesce. Then I got to start soon. Well Schooled in Murder. It's the third book in the Inspector Lindley series by Elizabeth George.
Yep. I watched that TV show.
Okay, yeah, I haven't watched the shows, but I'd like to kind of get a few more books under my belt. Storm, she's buddy reading this with myself and another one of our viewers, and she's already finished it. She got the audio. Her library has the audio on Libby, and my library doesn't have it, so I got to read it in print. Then I've got, when I get done with the Thailand book, I'm going to read do some audiobooks set in India. I have the Vish Puri Mysteries by Tarquin Hall, The Case of the Missing Servant. And I have the first 3 of this series, and I'm going to listen to those. And then I'd like to get to the next one of the number 1 Ladies Detective Agency. I forget what number this is, 18 maybe. The House of Unexpected Sisters by Alexander McCall Smith. I love this series.
How many books are there in this series?
There's a lot, 20 something maybe.
Sort of like all those in-depth novels, huh?
Oh, and there's not that many. There's like 60 of those. Whew, I read the first one. I decided that one wasn't for me. Then the Killing Time with Cozy's group is going to read book 3 in the White House Chef Mysteries. We're going to start at the beginning of next week and read Executive Orders. It's set at Easter time, so we're going to start that around the 15th. And then I'm in a Nancy Drew group, and we are reading book 14 this month, The Whispering Statue. I have not started that. So that's kind of what I've got on my plate for March Mystery Madness. I've got a few other things too that I may or may not get to, but those are kind of the main things.
Okay.
If I get all those done, I'll be happy.
I'll show you what I'm reading right now. As I've done in the past, I did all public domain stories for it.
But wait, say that again now?
All the stories
are all public domain. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Project Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the one I'm reading right now is called The The
Crime.
Crime of the Boulevard. It's
Okay.
a French story.
Oh,
It's in, it's uh, the author's French also. It's Jules Claretti, or I'm probably destroying the last name, but then it's like it's been translated into English,
okay.
and
Ooh, so you
you
got
get the bottom of the year there.
1897. Wow.
Yeah, and it's real interesting. Uh, it's a shorter one, uh, but they're trying to use technology in it and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like using a camera for helping with solving crimes and stuff.
okay. But it's an 1890s camera.
Yeah, it's one of those big ones with the plates and stuff.
Oh, wow. Wow. But I feel like I read something one time where they were able to solve a crime because somebody was taking a picture and whatever their subject matter was, um, they had somebody was in the background committing a crime in the background, and I have no recollection of what book it was, but there was something to that effect where the they were able to solve the crime because they accidentally took a photo of it in the background. It's
Yeah,
starting
and
to try to come on. I'm going to send her your link if I can get it. Let's see.
the other book I'm reading, I've only read a chapter of it. It's Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that last week, I think. How is that?
I've only gotten a chapter into it, and
Okay.
it's
And is that Russian?
yeah,
Okay.
and it's translated, of course.
Okay.
But
So
like I
far.
some of the other ones I have uh, going to be reading one by after I get done with this one. I'll be reading one by either author from Canada or one from Austria.
Oh wow.
Uh,
What?
See, I skied in Austria when I was stationed in Germany,
Okay.
and I also have another one that was written by a guy in uh, that lives in, or a guy was from Luxembourg. Hi, Storm.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Uh, Not a whole lot. I just got done with lunch.
Ah, did you have a good lunch? I think you guys are in the same time zone.
Yeah, I'm in the Central Time Zone, so
Yeah.
So anyway, Tim was telling me about what did you say? Luxembourg? Is that
yeah.
where
But I found a novel in the public domain, a mystery written by a guy that was from Luxembourg,
okay.
and see where I was stationed at in Germany for 6 years. Uh, wasn't that far from Luxembourg, like
Right.
an hour or less. I drove there and stuff.
Oh wow.
Like
That's cool.
even saw Patton's gravesite at
Really?
the
He's buried
cemetery
in
in
Germany?
Luxembourg.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that would be
so
neat to read about places that you've been. I've never been anywhere other than the US. So all these things are new to me. Storm, I was telling about I had finished
yeah,
this book set in Thailand, and I learned a good bit about there were lots of bits about the
I tried that one, and I tried chapter one time, and I didn't really get on with it much. So
I ended up liking it,
I got
but
rid of it.
yeah, yeah, it was interesting. Did you try it on audio or in print?
audio, but I had the print as well. But,
Yeah, I had to go and compare because I couldn't understand what the names. I like the narrator of the first book is, I think, different than the narrator of the second book because I'm listening to it now, and I could not understand what what her name was or anything, and so I had to go look at it, and then I could kind of figure out what they were trying to say because the first narrator had a stronger accent, and so you might like the second narrator better. A little easier, but I found it to be interesting with the different customs and um just the bits of culture that were woven into the story was interesting because it's a place I'll probably never go, so
yeah. So far I've stuck with, I think, more English speaking outside my continent places.
yeah.
Well, well, she had that base I was at for 6 years. It was only like 5 miles from the French border, from the
Okay,
northern border of France, and
I
so
forget how close all those places are.
on a clear day we uh, could see into France from the south end of the base.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was in Germany and everything, it was, you go to the train station, and we were going to be going to Prague and the Czech Republic for the day, and it was just like, oh, but if we take that train over there, it goes to Italy. It was like Naples, Italy. It's like, can
I,
we go that way instead?
I,
Wow, I didn't know you'd been all those places, Storm. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've been in Italy a couple of times. Of course, both times was for work. It was in the Air Force. So, but I did manage to go see Venice on one of those. I've also been in Turkey, but uh,
So
and
Berna is.
yeah,
I think Berna has the video for this week. This
okay,
well, actually, now I'm not sure if it's Berna or Britta, but anyway,
yeah, and of course I've been in the Netherlands.
nice.
Uh,
Wow.
like I was even in the Netherlands for Tulip Time one year.
And was it the military that took you all those places?
Well, they had tour buses that for the
Okay,
people in the military, that like from all the bases that
nice.
in the area there. But and I never made it to like Berlin or the, but I've been to like Salzburg and
I've been to Salzburg.
that well that there I stayed at a hotel there that was just just below the eagle's nest. It's one where when people would come to see Hitler there or whatever, they'd stay at that hotel.
Oh, so that's the name of a hotel, the Eagle's Nest.
No, it's I can't remember what the name of the hotel. It's the Eagle's Nest was a fortification that Fort Hitler were
Oh,
in the Alps, or he
terrible how much I don't know about all
and it's right by Austria, so
that. Okay,
Yeah, we went into Austria when I was there, and went to Salzburg, and we went to like the salt mines and like seen like all the salt stuff. And
yeah.
when we was up in like the hill or whatever, and I said while I was up there, I couldn't help it. I was like, the hills are alive. I had to do a little twirly around for the sound of music. So
yeah. As soon as
Well,
I think Tim said mentioned Austria, my mind went to Sound of Music.
well I saw where they filmed that,
yeah.
and also went to like uh, shoot Mozart, where he lived and stuff.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And when Storm said heel, I thought of I was at the top of the Buteo in Italy
Oh, cool.
for the second time I had to go to Italy for it was for a NATO exercise.
Wow.
So
I doubt I'll ever get to go to any of those over the ocean places. But my bucket list country continent is Australia. I'd love to go there, and I would like to go there on a cruise ship. They have these really amazing cruises where you can like start or end in Hawaii and
Yeah.
go to, you can start in Hawaii and go to Australia or vice versa and stop at all these exotic sounding places like Bora Bora and Pago Pago and stuff like that. That would be my dream trip. It takes like a month.
The
about-
cruise I'd like to go on would be an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah, that would be good too.
Because I have a lot of like English, Scottish, Irish, Wales, all that stuff is in like, because I say I'm like a Heinz 57 or whatever, 47, whatever. I'm like, I'd like to go into like the UK and like all that and like go to Wales and Scotland, Ireland and do all of them. But Australia would be a fun place to go to.
Yeah. If I could
But I doubt I will ever get to those places. And to me, I don't know, flying these days just does not really appeal to me.
Yeah, same here.
Well-
And I'm not a water person either, but I used to work on a cruise ship, so I'm familiar with that life
Yeah.
and being on a cruise ship, so I could manage to be.
Yeah, and I've been on a cruise and I thought it was quite fun. So,
It is. Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise ship, but well, I'll take that back. I've been on some cruises on the Rhine. It's
okay.
just like
But you were in the
one
Navy,
big
though, right?
Air Force.
Oh, Air Force. Okay. So you've been on big ships, but that's different. I'm sure a military ship is way different than a cruise ship.
Well, I wasn't really on a military ship.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I was Air Force, so planes.
Oh, okay. But I thought they had. Doesn't Air Force have some ships where they take off and land and stuff? Or do they?
planes land on the ships and stuff.
That's the Navy that has that.
Oh, okay.
The Air Force lands on bases.
Okay. I don't know how all that works.
You land safely on the bases and not try to do the water thing.
Not trying to land on the water.
I
Yeah.
was like, they have to like time that just right.
Ben
Yeah.
from Grammaticus, he was in the Navy and he's told some stories about stuff he's done. That's Ben from Grammaticus reads. If you've ever watched any of his videos,
Who is it again?
Ben Grammaticus reads.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I like him. Yeah,
I don't know him.
he does a lot of sci-fi and stuff.
Okay. To look it up.
Yeah. So, but so a lot of my reading will take place in Europe. And of course, like I said, I have a couple Canadian ones I want to read.
Now you're reading. You usually do the Gutenberg thing, right? So are you reading
Right.
like a lot of older ones?
Yeah, like one I'm about done with is was from 1897
Oh wow.
in France.
Yeah, I think that's
it
all
compares.
Tim's doing for the whole month is only stuff he can get on public domain.
That's cool.
Which is cool. Yeah, cool idea. I need to figure out how to do that, how to access that. I guess is it a website that you go to, the project?
Yeah, the name of it is Gutenberg.org. I could send you a link to it after I'm done with the video.
Okay.
And
The stuff on the Gutenberg site, can you like download it to your Kindle, or do you have to read it on the like computer?
okay, for the Kindle, you have to do it in a way that it will mail it to your Kindle. See, on Nook, you can do a side load, download it to your Nook, or I have a Nook. Yeah, I have a Kindle too. I've misplaced it though. but my Kindle, I can download it using through an app called Caliber, where it will store all of them in the Caliber library, and then you can just plug your cord in, and it will sideload it into onto
Okay.
your Nook. but they can't do it on Kindles anymore because some stuff they've done with that. And
So, what device do you use? Is that a Nook, you say, or is that an iPad?
I use a Nook, and this is just this one's just an Android tablet that I use, well, but just as an e-reader, pretty much.
Okay. I've got a Nook. I don't know where it is. My Nook is misplaced. I've got my Kindle, but I haven't used my Nook in a long time.
Yeah, I was like, I have like a really old Nook, but I don't know where.
Yeah, mine's old too.
Yeah,
It's around here somewhere.
but I'm more comfortable reading my Nook than I am with the Kindle.
Yeah.
Did you start off with a Nook, or?
Yeah, my first e-reader was a Nook, so
That's probably why. I was gonna say, like, usually probably the first device you use, it's just easier.
Yeah.
Comfortable with.
So like with streaming devices, I'm more comfortable using the Roku since that's the first streaming device I had, and
Yeah.
like on the TV that I have used as my monitor here, I have Xfinity's streaming service because I have Xfinity for my internet provider. So I get that free. And then my son has Samsung TV, and he's had like a Fire Stick, and I didn't care for the Fire Stick as well.
Oh, yeah. We've had, I think that may be what our daughter has on her TV. She's gone to Tampa now, but the only TV we have in our house that streams is the one in my daughter's room. And I'm pretty sure it's a Fire Stick that runs it.
We have the Roku TVs that hasn't built in.
Yeah, because that's how I watch all my British mysteries. That
Oh,
I have a BritBox that has subscription.
I was gonna tell him I didn't get a chance to. I was just watching your video, Storm, all the different mystery, the classic mystery shows you've been watching. I mean, not probably not as old as Tim has been watching those, but
Yeah.
Tell about the ones you've been watching, because some of those were brought back memories.
You mean like Macmillan and Why?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've watched that at times. Or I like watching McCloud.
Yeah.
I liked McCloud too. In fact, I was trying to think, and Tim, maybe you remember, because we used to get Macmillan and Wife. It came on as part of like a mystery movie kind of a thing, and they would rotate between different ones.
It would rotate between that Macmillan and Wife.
It wasn't Rockford Files, was it?
Columbo.
Was it Columbo? Okay.
Yeah.
Was Rockford Files part of that?
No, it wasn't.
No. Okay.
And Dad's watching Simon and Simon right now. I've got him on.
Okay, yeah, that's a good show too.
I love Simon and Simon.
See, like I said, I've been streaming a show that was on from the mid '60s to the almost mid '50s. There were 9 seasons of it, and it's called the FBI. And the big star on it is Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.
Okay.
And back then, the seasons were a lot longer than they are now.
Yeah.
Right.
They had to go from September to May, and you might get 1 or 2 reruns in that amount of time, but it was mostly all new stuff, and you didn't get reruns till the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
even like when I watch like Perry Mason, like there's like 30 episodes a season. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's like even more than whenever I was growing up when we used to have about, I think, 22 or 23 or whatever. And nowadays it's like, they're just like super short.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll even watch a Western because my dad was really into Westerns.
Oh yeah, I used to watch The Rifleman a lot.
Well, he would like the Virginian and Gunsmoke.
Yeah, I like Gunsmoke. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I watched
that's
The
awesome.
Rifleman the most. I was a little young for what's the one that Michael Landon was in? Bonanza.
Bonanza. We
Yeah,
used to always watch that too.
Young when that was on. But that was fun. Yeah. Very
Oh, and I see we have another viewer on too.
Hello.
Now, if you want to just let us know of like the old shows you like to watch, or TV shows, mystery shows, cop shows.
I think one of the earliest ones I watched, which was more of like a first responder kind of show, but was Emergency. Do y'all remember that?
Oh yeah,
I've seen
I
them.
watched the full.
And before that, I watched Adam 12.
Yeah, I watched a full episode of Emergency a couple times now.
Yeah. Do you remember Adam 12?
Oh yeah, I used to always watch that too. And
Yeah, I loved that.
Those are before my time, but I have seen them.
Probably seen him in reruns.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then Chips after I got a little older.
another show that I like to watch is Barnaby Jones.
I love Barnaby Jones. And so I got to meet Lee Merriweather at the Miss America pageant. Yeah, at in 2000, one of my really good friends was Miss Florida, and so I went to watch her compete in Miss America. And so I was able to go backstage like after it was over, where they're like mingling with people. Well, so Lee Merriweather is a former Miss America. And all of a sudden, I find myself standing in a circle of people, and there's Lee Merriweather. And I was just like fangirling. I was like, I loved you in Barnaby Jones. You know? and I think she was a Catwoman too. I mean, she's just amazing.
Do you think that? Now the name escapes me now. That played Barnaby Jones.
Oh, Buddy Ebsen.
Yeah, Buddy Ebsen. He was originally going to be the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz, but I guess a makeup he had an allergy.
Yeah, he was allergic to the paint or something and couldn't do it. Yeah, I think there are some pictures that were published like of him, like publicity photos with him in the makeup, but he wasn't able to do it. So yeah, now you're gonna make me start singing the Beverly Hillbilly song in my head.
I watch that at times too for some comedy relief.
Right. And then coming forward a little bit, when I had my first child, Emily, she was born in 2001, and Matlock would be on reruns in the middle of the night. So when I'd get up to feed her in the middle of the night, I would watch Matlock and really enjoyed that. I had seen it when it was first on too, I think, but I really enjoyed watching the reruns of Matlock. Of course, grew up watching Andy Griffith too. So
yeah.
I like Matlock.
Yeah. I never really got into Murder, She Wrote. And I know, Storm, a lot of our friends love Murder, She Wrote, but I never watched that much.
But we used to always watch that. We also used to watch Diagnosis Murder.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's a
like
good
that
one.
one too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't care for it as much as Matlock. I kind of think of them together. I think they were from the same time period.
And of course, they're trying to remember.
What was the one about the Emmy? He was like, he worked in the morgue and he did, what was it?
Quincy?
It starts with a Q.
Yeah, Quincy.
Yeah,
Quincy, that's it. I couldn't say it. Yes.
And,
I enjoyed that a lot too.
Also, another one that I like is Heart to Heart.
Yeah, I like Heart to Heart.
Yeah.
I like a lesser known one. It was only on like maybe 3 or 4 seasons, called Riptide.
I don't think I've seen that. Is it set at the ocean?
Yeah, and they had a helicopter that had like this smiley face on it and everything, and there was a robot, and they were like private. I think they were private detectives, and it was Joe Penny and Perry King were the actors.
I'm looking it up right now because I don't remember that at all. Riptide. Okay. That kind of looks familiar, but I don't think I ever watched that. They must have not come on. We only got 2 channels and there were 3, so anything that came on the other channel.
That's like me with Fox. If there's anything that came on Fox that people talked about, like the X-Files and stuff like that, I'm like, I never watched those growing up because we didn't have cable, so we
Yeah.
didn't have Fox. So.
Well, they didn't even have cable in my hometown till I was in high school.
Wow.
And so we had three, and we didn't have a public TV station back in the 60s. Because see, I'm 66 now, and
Tim, I don't think they still have cable in my hometown. It's that.
yeah. Well, and I'm from a good sized town. I'm from Mason City, Iowa. So,
Of course, now I don't even think cable is that much of a thing.
well, it's very much going away now because so many people are streaming anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so far out. Even when our telephone company did their own little thing where you could get like some kind of digital, and it was kind of like cable. We tried it, but we had such a hard time with it. It would buffer a lot, and it just wouldn't work right. And they were like, "It's because you're too far out because we're too far out in the country." So yeah, and we never got cable because we were too far out.
You have like a satellite dish or anything?
We had satellite for a while until they just got outrageous. And that's like the funny thing about like streaming is everybody was like, "Oh, cable and the satellites are too expensive because you have to pay." So then you quit that and then you get on streaming. But now everybody wants to split off and wants their own streaming service. So now if you was to like subscribe to everything you want to watch, you're paying probably more than what you were doing with the satellite or cable.
Well, there's a big one that I'm waiting to see how they do it because I have a subscription to Paramount Plus, and they're buying out
Warner Brothers,
HBO Max, and
oh, okay.
So and it includes like the Cartoon Network, and they already had Nickelodeon, and
yeah, I don't know if we have any of those. We don't have cable anymore, and we just have the one TV that has some streaming. Yeah. We have Prime and YouTube, of course, and Netflix.
Yeah, my son has
Disney. I have Disney Plus and Hulu.
My son has Prime, Disney Plus, and Netflix. And
if you have the Roku channel, which is a free app for your streaming, you could watch like Simon and Simon, McMillan and Wife, McCloud, and all those.
I do all of those, and I even go to some of these not as well known streaming sites that I just discovered from looking at the looking up the new ones added to Roku and stuff. And
now, is Roku something you have to subscribe to, or
it's a streaming stick? Or it can be a stick, or
if you have the Fire Stick on there,
or a device.
Probably it's a free app, so you would just have to probably look for it on there.
Like we have it.
And the device to hook up to it is only like around $30 or $40.
Okay. I know when you turn on the TV, it gives you the whole menu of things, but sometimes you might click on it and you have to. It'll say, you got to sign in or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't really tried Roku because I didn't know what was on it or anything. So yeah, that'd be fun to watch some of those old shows again. I used to love McMillan and Wife, and because it rotated with a couple of other shows, I would get, because I think it would come on like Sunday night, and when I hurry home from church to watch it, and then I'd get there and be just McCloud. I'm like, I wanted McMillan and Wife, or it'd be whatever else it was, Columbo, And I'm like, but I just want McMillan and Wife.
Yeah, and I remember how they used to have made-for-TV movies, which you don't see anymore.
Right.
And Hunter is one that's on there too.
Oh yeah, Hunter. I watch the Commission. I watch.
And it even has Midsummer Murders, the British show, on there too. If you
I haven't watched the last 4 or 5 years because that they stopped doing it when COVID hit, and they came out with more that started up like a year or two later again.
It's from the 90s, but one of my favorites from the 90s is Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas.
I like
yeah.
that. Dad likes to watch that one all the time.
Who does? Your
I
dad?
watch that at times.
Love it.
and-
I have the first season on DVD that I've watched through, but I was hoping my library would have more, and they don't.
I have 2 seasons of Nash Bridges.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Then I have like a couple seasons of NCIS.
cool. I didn't watch much of those, but one time I found somewhere like at a library sale, like I think it was almost a complete original Hawaii Five-0 series, and I ended up selling it on eBay for pretty good money.
Yeah.
I watch it. I stream that too quite a bit.
Yeah.
My wife likes watching it too. The old original
the old
Hawaii
one,
Five-0.
My dad likes the remake. He likes to watch the
Does he?
newer
I mean, it's
one.
not bad.
Yeah, and it's one of the only ones that actually made it. A lot of the other ones, they always fell off about 2 or 3 seasons in, but that one had like 10 seasons, so it like actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
And I liked. I think it was in the 90s. Jake and the Fat Man.
Okay. I
Oh,
remember that somewhat.
yeah. Who played in
That,
that?
that had Joe Penny in it as well, and then the big guy. I can't remember what his name is, but
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see. When you said Fat Man, then I'm thinking of Cannon. Which is
That
not
was
really
a good
that.
one too.
I
From
used
the
to watch
70s.
Cannon. Yeah. Um,
on
okay.
Discord, I sent you
Yeah.
a message that has the Roku channel, so you could look at it online if you wanted to.
Okay.
See.
Is that the same guy that played Cannon? Is it?
See, I was wondering because I was like, I don't know if he was the
Joe
same.
Penny.
guy.
Is this Alan? Oh, where is he? What's his name? I'm seeing his picture.
And another one I like to watch is Mannix.
Yeah, Mannix was good. That was a good one. That sort of was
William
around the same-
Conrad, right?
Yeah.
That's the guy that plays in Jake and the Fat Man. So
Okay, William Conrad. So yeah, let me see.
yeah, he was canon.
Okay, that's why I'm associating that.
Which I don't know if I've ever watched canon.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the Rockford Files.
I like the Rockford File.
Cannon was on. Let's see when.
It said 1971. So
Yeah, so I was first
before I was born.
71 to 76. So I was elementary school, 71 to 76.
Yeah, I was at tail end of elementary school, the beginning of junior high.
Yeah, because you said you're 66 now.
Yeah.
62. So, well, I'm not quite 62. I'm 60, right? I'm a 61. I don't even. You lose track once you get past 60. It's like I don't even.
Well, you know, and it's weird because like time flies so bad. Because it's like, didn't you just do your like 60 before 60 or whatever you were wanting?
Yeah,
to do?
but I didn't finish that
Yeah,
project.
but it just
until I
seems like it was like just
Like-
wasn't that last year? But maybe it
Yeah.
was the year before that. You know?
Yeah, it was. So this year I'll turn 62.
See, my
That's November, so I've still got some time.
my wife has 65 now, but she's going to keep working at least till she's 70.
Okay. Well, I only retired from my Disney job because I was kind of forced into it. Otherwise, I'd probably still be there. So, that's why I'm still working. I'm still able to work. So I work at a bookstore.
Well, you could say I've been retired since I was 56 actually it was more like I've been retired for over 10 years, you could say, but it was because of disability.
Oh, okay.
Had chronic migraines.
Were you career Air Force?
I was wanting to be, but I was discharged because of my back.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you did work somewhere else after that?
Yeah, I've worked in factories and stuff. And,
Oh, okay. What kind of factory?
well, electronics.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or the last
Oh,
one I
so
worked
you
at
knew how to
was,
fix a VCR. So,
yeah, I used to repair VCRs too. See, in the Air Force, I was a computer maintenance
okay.
technician.
So you got a head for all that.
Yeah, and then I had worked for NCR for a while. I worked on their point of sales equipment and stuff like that,
Nice.
and also computers. So, and then I worked for Rockwell Collins, or Collins Aviation. Now it's called. Can't remember what it's called now. They have a plant here in Rockford now, but yeah. And I worked on some stuff for aircraft, different equipment for an aircraft.
Oh, wow. All kinds of stuff. I don't have a head for any of that kind of mechanical stuff. I can barely turn my computer on.
Well, like I said, mine was all electronics.
Yeah, that's great.
And
I
so,
may have to go in a minute. I've got a dog here who's very interested in something that's outside the door. I had to close. I always keep the door behind me closed, but then I closed the other door because the washer was on when I got on here, and so the one of the dogs is in here with me, and he's about ready to quit being cooped up.
yeah, but at times might hear my son and daughter-in-law because their bedroom's right next to this room. See, my son's out on short-term disability. He's going to be having to have surgery on a bone spur,
Oh no!
and
Well, that hope that turns out okay. I
yeah,
still am waiting. I've still got a couple more weeks before I have an MRI on my knee, and so hopefully that will be. We'll figure out an easy fix for that. I don't want to have knee replacement or something. I
Is it
don't think I
feeling
will at this
better?
point. Huh?
Is it feeling better?
I mean, it has been, but I've been walking on it, so
yeah,
I'm kind of. I need to. It just seems so silly to be on crutches when I can walk, but
Yeah.
I know that I probably got off the crutches sooner than I should have. But they're such a pain, and I can't do anything. I can't like carry anything, or
Yeah, I was gonna say when you work in a place like a bookstore or something, it's really hard when you have to like
yeah,
carry stuff around. And
yeah. And
well,
I'm not even working on the floor right now. I'm mostly working the back, doing eBay and stuff. But and I'm mostly doing sit down, but still I have to carry things. And even I mean, Emily's been helping me carry stuff and all that. It's just aggravating.
well,
So
well. Since my last hospitalization, I talked about the one last month.
yeah.
I can't leave my apartment without my walker.
Oh wow. So that's
I used to use a
okay.
cane, but now they said use my walker because
Well,
for
yeah, it's not
stability.
falling. You don't want to
And
fall.
it helps also when I'm in stores because it has like the seat on it too, one of them with the seat on, and I can put
Yeah.
stuff on that in stores. And my wife and I get back together and we'll put it in the cart she's pushing around. And
Yeah, it kind of helps to carry your own built-in chair around, to
yeah,
push it around.
it's come in handy at times.
Yeah, my mother-in-law has one of those too, so that's great.
I never really thought much about it, but Emily goes to work with you, or
Yeah, yeah, she does. Uh-huh.
and they
That
work with you
was
with that. That's cool.
yeah, that was one of the that was kind of be a deal breaker, if they would hire me. And I said I would have to bring her with me. And we kind of like whenever I even started thinking about asking if I could work there, I knew that that was going to be something I was going to ask for because otherwise I could only when I worked at Disney, I could only work at Disney on days that Randy was home. So I really just worked one day a week for the last many years, like the last 15 years I worked there. So I wanted to work and I wanted to work at the store. And So when I sat down with them, I was like, is this a possibility? And they're like, well, we got to check with our insurance and everything and make sure that's good. But the only time they didn't let me bring her was when the new, oh, I know what it was. Yeah. So when our store moved locations, um, they had me working at the old store for a few days doing sorting. And when it was the scratch and dent store. And there was a lot of stuff in the back room, a lot of like hazardous kind of
Yeah.
things you could trip on. And they said, you can work over there, but you can't bring Emily there because we don't want her to get hurt. And so when they
So-
were like building stuff and building shelves and all that.
So what does she do when you're out there?
Sits and looks at books, and sometimes she sits in the car. There's a handicap space right in front of the store. We have two
Okay.
right in front of the store, and she's got a handicap placard. We have one because of her.
I need to
Yeah,
get a
so-
new one.
So I'll just when we pull in, I'll roll the windows down and I say, you can come in or you can stay in the car. So she kind of goes back and forth.
And do you put the radio on so she had to listen to
No,
music?
she doesn't really seem to care one way or the other, but she's always been a car sitter. Like we've sometimes have to barricade the door at home. If she gets in her head that she's going to go outside and sit in the car, she'll just go sit in the hot car. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. So we had to barricade the door and then she'll go out in the backyard and sit.
Well, at least during you don't have it in the winter like we have here where they need to freeze to death.
Yeah, yeah. But you can, I mean, if she closes herself up in the car, that could be dangerous. But she does have enough like sense, I guess, that if she gets in the car and it gets hot, she knows to open the door.
Yeah.
But still, I don't like for her to be out in the car like at home, But at work, we have these big windows and the car is right there. So, and I have the windows down. And so even if I'm in the back, if she's out there, like the people at the register can see straight into the car and they see, and they watch her for me too. So, or if she's out there with them and she has a seizure, then they'll come get me and everything. So everybody helps, to keep.
Well, that's nice that they all kind of work.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this one lady who's a little older than me, and I know she keeps an eye on her all the time when she's there, and she's like, "Are you sure she's okay?" She's like, "I'm watching her," and everything. So that's good. But yeah, if I couldn't take her with me, then I couldn't work, and I think it's good for her to get out because there's no point in us just sitting at home all day. We need to get out. So she goes with me to book club. She goes to church, of course, with us and that kind of thing. And so people at church know her and they go and, they're always giving her fist bumps and, high fives and stuff like that. And so she interacts with people a good bit, which is nice. She doesn't really like try to interact with customers, although sometimes she'll sit in the kids' room. We have a big like Santa Claus type chair in the kids' room for the plan was, I think, that at some point we're going to have story time. So she sits in there and she's looking at books, and sometimes I'll come out of the office and I'll look and there'll be other little kids in there. And, I can just kind of tell that they're like, why isn't she talking? So I'll say something to her. I'll talk to them. I'm like, you can talk to her. She can wave to you and stuff. She just can't talk back, but she likes to look at books just like you do. She's just.
I know she likes to look at books from your videos.
Yeah. Right now we're reading some really old weekly reader, old Scholastic weekly reader books from like the 60s.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. So
I used
we're
to
reading
love
about Clarence. Clarence Goes to Town.
Those are some of my favorite ones, the Clarence ones.
Well, I wondered if there was more than one. This one's called Clarence Goes to Town, and they go to New York City the mom has to help her sister run her dress shop. And so they take Clarence, and he's fun. This is my first Clarence book. And I thought there was some more. I don't know if I'll be able to find any more, but it's fun. Yeah, I like it.
Clarence, a big red dog.
Have you ever read any Clarence books before? I'm just looking it up right now, I think. It's
I don't know.
Lauer,
I don't remember.
Betty Lauer, I think, is the author.
Patricia
Lauer. Patricia Lauer.
Lauber?
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
ones
cover looks kind of familiar. I might have.
some that my daughter used to like was the Junie B. Jones books.
Yeah. Was that who you were talking about, Storm? That you didn't think was?
Yeah.
That you thought she was kind of bratty?
Yeah, I tried reading like a couple of them, and she is so honored. If she was my child, I would not be happy.
Oh yeah, you're right about Patricia Lauber, Lauber. Yeah, so that's
The cover for that Clarence Goes to Town looks familiar. Like I've seen it. I don't know.
and I don't think I've shown it on a video yet. But apparently
There's so much. I have a hard time remembering things that I read whenever I was younger.
Yeah. So maybe you read it when you were young.
Like I remember, like the Ramona books.
Oh, yeah, my daughter read those too.
And things like that. And I remember like Goodnight Moon and things like that from when I was a kid. And Burr Rabbit and Burr Bear and things like that. Because my dad used to do voices and he would read them to me.
Oh, fun.
But,
Here's a Goodreads librarian project. The Clarence books need to be linked together in a series. They're not linked together. I think I told you I applied to be a Goodreads librarian, but I don't think I got it because I hadn't read the manual yet. So I got to go back and read the manual when I get a minute and then take the test again because I want to do that too. But I'm looking, I see there's Clarence the TV dog. That's one. There's a bunch, but they're not linked together as a series.
Are they from the same author?
Yeah. There's one called Clarence the TV dog.
And there it is. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. We just have to dig through and find them. She's got a Clarence and the Burglar.
Oh, Clarence is cute.
Clarence Takes a Vacation. So there's several.
Wow, Clarence the TV dog's from 1955, and Clarence Goes to Town. I think it said 60.
Yeah. Well, the copy I have is from 60 something, but I think it does have an original date of like maybe 1958 or something. Clarence and the Cat. Oh, this is a chapter book adapted from Clarence the TV dog. So yeah, there's a bunch. Anyway. All right. Well, Tim, what else before we head out? I'm gonna have to get off of here soon.
Yeah, I figured that I better be ending this soon because, of course, last week's was shorter, but I noticed we already got over an hour and a half. Well, not quite. An hour 17 minutes.
Almost hour and 20.
Yeah. So, but I'll be here again next Wednesday at the same time. I'll try getting it up sooner next time.
Yeah, if you put the Discord link for this and put it in the host chat, then you can get a couple of other of the March Mystery Madness hosts to come in. Send it to Troy too. I think he works during the day. I had sent him a link last year. He's like, "Oh, I work. Thanks for the invite."
Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll end this for today.
Alrighty.
So but like I said, I'll be back next Wednesday. Until then, take it easy and keep on reading.
Bye.
Bye.